Alright guys, it's Hank here. In my hands is a Browning high power, which I have modded right now to fire 38 rounds. I'll give you guys a quick look. I added a bunch of new weapons to the game. There was a recent update to the game, and right today, hopefully, I'm exploring to make sure that I'm not going to run into any unexpected crashes, because there is a whole bunch of new weaponry I added, and of course anytime there's an update to the game and a new version of the Fallout script extender, there's always a chance that I have to go back and re-examine textures. So this is this pretty sweet little model we got right here, and we're going to put that in a test. Also got a couple other new weapons. We've got a 45 caliber grease gun. You would have seen this in an earlier episode. I just added a quick couple of mods to it, see how it would fire. 11.9 pounds is a little bit out of my range. It's not exactly something I plan to use a whole lot. I just want to, well, man loves his toys. Okay, and there's nothing else particularly new here in this set. I'm also trying to examine, what's not tagged, so I can actually get into the system and tag. Pretty soon, I think you can look forward to a live stream or where I'm going to go in and actually try and create a patch for remote explosives to make them useful and the better locational damage setup, because that's the problem that I have right now, is they're way too underpowered. Better explosives redo does not take care of the remote explosives, which are so handy because you won't have to lug around something like a Fat Man. Now we're going to be heading into Diamond City today, and I'm probably going to buy home plate. I'm also going to see what kind of equipment is available.
Hey.
Will do.
And I'm going to sell off all the stuff that we've been picking up in the field. So today is kind of a little bit more business casual, I guess you could say. I mean, there's always a chance we're going to run into some trouble, but let's check the animations on this bad boy. Oh, I love the sound. A lot of climb. Handsome for 38, though. Let's see if we can figure out how many rounds are in the magazine. We can do this by quickly going to the mod configuration menu, and what we'll do is immersive HUD, and to toggle the HUD is Alt-3. And we'll look for ammo count on toggle. We'll do always on. So we'll do Alt-3, and it should give us an ammo count. It'll bring up my full HUD. So it's a 15 round magazine and 38. If I set that to toggle, then that ammo count to toggle, we can use that same command to check the magazine capacity of other weapons as well. Very important to know what your magazine capacity is. This is a standard magazine, quick eject, and 38 caliber. I also went in and tagged the 9mm round to make sure that it would match with the ammo here in the HUD, because we now have weapons that use 9mm rounds. This can be chambered in 9mm. This can be chambered in 9mm. I believe that there's a 9mm receiver for this. So hopefully we'll run into cricket, and I can sell off a lot of stuff and buy a whole bunch of new things right around the level that I am at currently. 18. that's about the time you can start buying some good equipment. Now, having spent this many days in the Wasteland, I understand now what it's about a little bit more from a character perspective, that I'm going to need to actually build a home base. And when I do find Shawn, he's going to need a safe place to return to. The first 72 hours are most critical, but we're past that 72-hour point, so I'm just going to have to rely on Valentine and his detective skills.
All this walking's wearing me out.
Alright, so given all the texture and effects and everything I have loaded into the game, I have yet to experience any slowdown, so I'm feeling very optimistic about not running into any crashes. If Cricket were around, she would probably be over here. But no Cricket today. We'll just have to see what we can pick up in town. See how many caps I have. We'll go up and buy a home plate. Well, I got a little less than the 2,000 that'll probably be required to purchase it. Beautiful day in a capital wasteland, or what is it, the Commonwealth Wasteland? So, this episode is, like I say, business casual. We're gonna try and explore the many additional weapons and attachments and the way that they can be configured in the game. I mean, like, just to give you an idea of a few more that I've added and actually patched for better locational damage. We've got the Mauser, we've got the grease gun, we've got the DKS 501 sniper rifle, anti-material rifle.
If we're looking for some
Bozar
action,
bullpup,
I'm betting we'll find it here.
R91, assault rifle, SVU, RU556, MP443 Grak, the Steyr AUG A1. So there's lots, and that's just touching the surface. First things first, let's make sure that we have the charisma to get a good deal. So I'll even put on a suit today. And my Minuteman hat. I believe I already have the first rank in Chemist. So that means my chems are going to last 50% longer, which is outstanding. And better locational damage, your chems last a lot longer than vanilla. And that's a very important part. Let's go ahead and get fed. Eat the cheapest stuff I have, that would be this. Cheap and heavy, you want to get rid of that stuff first. And I don't think I'm going to have anything that... I don't think there's any food available that makes you,
No skull in the league!
a more charismatic person, but I know that there is booze and chems. Great mentats. And we also have, let's start with stout today.
Withstand a swat.
If we're gonna be right back, gonna grab a quick drink. Oi, tin can. How about
Hey,
free shot?
you need protection. Everyone
A
does.
drink, you idiot. I want a drink.
I
Let's see what
really
you
like
have.
cake.
Feel free to test the grips.
Alright, first things first, let's take a look at the weapons he has available. What I'm going to need to get in and tag. So we've got the Beretta M9 FS in 10mm. We have the CS5. Which is not really any different than the current one that I'm holding. The MP443 Grok. a Russian, kind of like a Tokarov in 10mm. P220, which I already have. I already have a STG variant that I'm very proud of. This would be mine. This is in 7.62, and I picked it up bleeding, which that was a good day. Tough day, but it was a good day. And I would not, I don't think, go so far as to purchase this for a suppressor, because it's beyond my ability to fabricate. And if I'm firing 7.62, I don't really care about being quiet. There's a good reason for that. Alright, so 50 caliber, a handmade anti-material rifle in 50. So a standard receiver, long barrel, improvised stock. I'd like to have a better variant, but I wouldn't mind having something in 50. Now, my Marksman CS5 has served me so well for 308 at 11.3 pounds that I have little desire to replace that with a hunting rifle. We've got another grease gun variant. Alright, we got a 45 caliber submachine gun. Okay, we've got what looks to be a Browning high power with a long barrel in 9mm. Not really interested in that. I already have a Wicked Mac. Okay, take a look at the Mauser. This one's chambered for 10. 4.1 pounds at a fire rate of 109. So it's an automatic receiver. Don't think I have much use for an automatic pistol. Certainly we'll be able to find some of these in the field to play with. So the fire rate is a lot lower on this one. This one's probably advanced with a short heavy barrel. A lot of range, a lot of accuracy, especially for a pistol, and a lot of damage for 10mm for a 4.5 pounds. So, I mean, just compare that to the government I'm using right now. So at 71 and 67, compared to the, oops, I'm not going to compare it to auto. Compared to a lot higher damage, of course, much better fire rate, more range, more accuracy, right? But 38 caliber is, you can fit more in the magazine. Let's take a look at the suppressed variant. Night vision, advanced receiver, suppressor, standard grip, 4.5 pound. It's a bit of a novelty, so you know, I would look for these types of things in the field. Combat shotgun. I much prefer the setup that I have for Kate, which is kind of almost this configuration that he has here. What he has that I don't and cannot build is the powerful receiver and the marksman stock. So for 52 caps, to rip a powerful receiver off, I think it would be worth it. Let's take a look at mine. See, just to have the marksman stock would be worth it. And I'm not sure if her receiver is powerful. But it's just something to think about. Then SVU sniper rifle. This would be new to the collection. I did test this in a mod phase a little bit earlier that is not in the Ballad of Hank Gert. Doesn't have any attachments, unfortunately. Beautiful range though, 359 with an accuracy of 76. So that basically means you can shoot far, but you can't hit shit. So it's definitely going to need sights or a barrel or something, which I don't have the gun nut to modify. So we don't have anything really going on but a whole lot of novelty. I'm going to sell off my caltrops because all I need is steel to create them, and now that I have chemist I can make them poison. I'm going to sell off my this pipe rifle I just picked up a little bit earlier. I'm going to go ahead and sell. I want to hold on to the grease gun just to play with it for a moment. We'll build a little test range. Okay, I can definitely part with a lot of baseball grenades. They are impact grenades, which makes them a little bit more dangerous to use. They have their uses, but I prefer time grenades. And they're a pound a piece, so 4 will do it. Now see, you can see the damage value here on the fragmentation grenade as compared to the improvised explosive, barely making it worthwhile. Fragmentation mine at 626 versus the improvised explosive at 201. So I want to get in here and patch these values for the remote explosives because they are so incredibly useful. But the weights have to be modified and everything too, because a C4 charge should not weigh 2 pounds. A pound of C4 is going to bring down a lot, and it's a lightweight material anyway. I can see the IED weigh in too. That makes sense. I can even see the pulse charge weigh in 2. That makes sense. Alright. I'll hang on to all 10 of my Molotovs because you guys know I like to use those quite a bit. Having some pulse mines would be very nice, but I don't have that option. I will buy the 2 existing pulse grenades though, because if I run into robots, and now that I'm round 18 and I did get that mechanical menace notification, I know that we've got friggin' Rust Devils and their ilk running about. I'm definitely ready to improve my armor, but all I really would be looking for is muffled. So this combat sturdy armor that's reinforced and muffled on the right leg. So I would really, what I would really prefer is to have leather, muffled leather, because I can't shadow sturdy combat, and I don't want to have 5 pounds. So those would be things that I would field strip. That's why I like to kill gunners. They carry good stuff. We're having a lot of strikeout today. Alright, we will get a shipment of antiseptic because I can take any dirty bandages and make them clean. Looks like the 9mm rounds are loading into the mix, so my patch is working effectively there. I'm more interested in selling ammunition than I am purchasing it. I'm going to dump 4570. My Mac uses 10mm, so I don't want to get rid of that. And it's lightweight enough. And you'll go through a 64 round magazine through your Mac in mere moments. Important to carry plenty of that. The 45, I could fire through the grease gun. We'll play with that a little bit. The 44 we'll save back for the Western revolver. And I would really love to get my hands on a 44 Magnum with a bull barrel. We'll hang on to the 25, 38 rounds, 100. So we're actually looking fairly good on ammo. I would like to purchase a little bit more 9mm, but we'll just see if I can come by it by hook or crook. Explore a little bit before we make that kind of purchase. I'm very interested in these pistols. But I've got to say, I am most interested in this handmade anti-material rifle. Just to see what I can do with it. And I'm going to purchase it for 32 caps. And nothing's really leaping out at me as to why these are going to be worth it. To buy them, anyway. It's like, you know, if I could find one of these with a decent grip, it would be worth it. So, I'm sure we'll find some of these types of things in the field. The SVU would be something that would be rare, but without the gun nut to really improve it, the value that I see in this particular rifle right now is the fire rate. The range. Now, if the accuracy can be brought up, it could be a very effective weapon. But typically, when I need 308, I use 308 from a distance. If I needed 308 at a closer range, I would just swap out the receiver here on this Colt Commando to 308. If he was selling a any kind of service rifle variant, I would be very interested in it because I am interested in trying to field strip a bigger magazine that I can't build. So let's just buy the grenades. Grab the stuff off Kate.
What do you want?
Nothing else I needed.
No problem.
I'm not really interested in probing her thoughts.
Hey.
I just want to
Time to trade a few things.
grab some of the extra stuff she's got here. So we're going to turn these bandages into something useful. I'm going to leave her with those 10 308 rounds. She needs all her shotgun shells. Fill that with water. Now these I think have a certain material that I can break down and maybe make a little something like a better armor. So she has a similar variant. It just doesn't have the stock, and you can see what a big difference it makes in accuracy. Also, accuracy, range, and damage is all going to be brought down due to the suppressor and the fact that it's a smaller sight. We'll sell this, even though it's awesome. If this had a suppressor on it, I would keep it for her. But I don't, so let's get rid of it. I'm gonna let her do up all the drugs that she has. And we're gonna sell the food. And any mods. Smokes. I'm gonna hang on to the gold watch. Cash. We'll sell the silver locket. Let's just sell the gold stuff. And I'll have to bear in mind that I could potentially get something to strip off to make the left and right arms of her metal sturdy better. And we're going to hang on to that whiskey. Anytime that you get a strength bonus, that's going to be 2 for 4 minutes, and the weight is 1. You always do your cost-benefit analysis on your weight. So I'm going to take the whiskey now and drink it. And that is going to... well, I thought it was going to take me over the edge, but I'm just a little shy.
Hey.
No big
If
deal.
you're thinking safety,
Won't
a
carry weight,
long-range rifle lets you stay in cover and...
Concur.
I agree. Let's just do it.
Sure. Let's take a look.
Feel free to test the grips.
So we're going to go ahead and dump that. And her 45, the tactical, the P220 tactical. I mean, it has some sweet gear on it. It is a bad little motherfucker, but... well, let's get some cash for it. I'm just going to sell off more of these. I'm going to just sell... well, he doesn't have any more money, so... take all the money that he's got. Sell off the most useless stuff first. And stuff that has weight. And I'll buy a 9mm for 38. Let's just go ahead and buy a few more 9mm rounds. Because I know dog meat's carrying a goodly amount of 38. And I rarely use fusion cells, so we can go ahead and get my 6 caps.
You got a second? I got something I want to say to you.
Let's hear it, Kate.
Of course. What's on your mind?
Appreciate it. We've been on the road together for a while, and we've taken some hard knocks. But through all that crap, I notice you've always been sticking by me. You know, watching me back and making sure I don't do anything stupid. I think maybe it's time to tell you a little bit about who you're traveling with. There's no reason for us to keep acting like we're strangers.
Didn't we already go through this? You don't know me a thing.
Didn't we already go through this? You don't know me a thing.
It all starts with 2 wastes of humanity. I suppose you could call me parents. I'm convinced I was a mistake, because I can't remember a single moment that they treated me like their daughter. I was yelled at and beaten. Everything I did was wrong. Nothing but a nuisance in their eyes. The whole time I was telling myself that they had to love me, even if it was just the tiniest bit, because they never kicked me out. Then me 18th birthday arrived, and I found out why they kept me around. They slapped a shock collar around my neck and sold me to slavers. They didn't even care enough about me to say goodbye.
That's
18
purely
years of
fucked.
suffering through that shite, and all I was worth to them was a pocket full of caps.
That's a son of a bitch.
Why didn't you run away?
I tried. Twice. The first time I did it, they locked me in a shed outside of the house we lived in. The second time, they broke one of my legs.
My God. I'm so sorry.
Thanks. But there's more to the story. It would be easy to blame me charm and personality on me parents, but they didn't make me this way. I did. I was with those slavers for 5 years. Roughest 5 of me goddamn life. The things they made me do. The way they used me for their amusement. It sickens me to me stomach even thinking about it. But I bided me time and learned to use their own methods against them. Stealing a few caps out of a sleeping man's pocket is a piece of cake. As long as you don't get greedy.
Alright. Well, I could imagine that. I mean, hell, think about what, my wife said got blown off in a freezer after a nuclear war, so I can pretty much believe any of this shit happen. I'm sure that as bad as it is, it could always be worse. I guess I would have killed them all.
I can't believe you tolerated that. I would have killed them all.
That's easy for you to say. You weren't there. You have no idea what I went through. It took every ounce of patience I had. But after 5 years, I had finally pocketed enough to buy me own way out of there. But instead of heading off to try and repair the shambles of me life, I gave in to me rage and I headed home. You can imagine the look on me parents' faces when I kicked open their door. What you can't imagine is what they looked like after. After I emptied me gun into them.
You fucked them up. Hey, you did what you had to do.
You did what you had to do.
Did I? When I close me eyes, all I can see is their faces twisted with fear. And then my mind starts wandering and I start judging myself. And it's ripping me the fuck apart. You'd think I inject myself with all that shite and drink myself drunk because I'm a tough Irish girl. I do it so I can forget and move on with my miserable life. So there you are. The entire flawed package known as Kate. Stripped bare for your perusal.
She's actually decent. I mean, you know, maybe I was a little too, you know, maybe the Wasteland's maybe too much of a hard man saying I'd kill him, you know, like Christian thing to do would be to forgive and rise above. Why judge yourself?
Why judge yourself?
My parents sold me into slavery. But did they deserve to die for it? Yeah, I took some hard knocks as I was growing up. But they fed me and kept me from glowing with rads. This is the kind of crap that starts me mind wandering and drives me literally to drink. I guess I'm just waiting to hear what you think of me now.
Well, I haven't lost faith in you. You're triple degree badass with a 12-gauge shotgun, so...
Don't worry. I haven't lost faith in you.
I knew I was taking a chance telling you all this. I'm just glad I haven't disappointed you.
I'm not gonna give her that I'm always here for you shit yet, but we'll have a little... It's fine.
It's fine.
Good. I wouldn't want to strain our little partnership. Well, thanks for listening to me prattle. I suppose we can get back to business now.
I mean, you know, she's damaged goods. I ain't trying to jump right in her pants, you know what I'm saying?
Hey.
Gotta have more sense than that. Alright. We got plenty to sell here. Let's swap off this heavy material, anti-material rifle. I'm gonna sell the Western revolver. This hunting shotgun I was only carrying so I could strip the barrel off of it, which I've already done. So it's time to sell that. This is not going to get really a whole lot better, and I'm getting kind of tired of carrying it. I do appreciate the fact that it does have a long improved barrel and a large magazine and a combat scope, so I guess I'll hang on to it a little bit longer. Laser sniper can go. Lever action, we could sell that. Disciple's blade, I don't need another one of them. I even got 8 more baseball grenades here, so sell some of those. Carrying enough shades for everybody. So let's get rid of some of those. We'll convert the dirty water. And I'll sell... I need the wine. I need the vodka, but it seems like we have plenty of whiskey. I'm gonna drink the ale immediately. Bourbon looks nice to have, keep around at least. The irradiated blood is very important for irradiated blood packs, and now that I have Chemist, I can actually build something called a refreshing beverage, which is by far probably one of the best items in the game. At least in that class. And this is where we've got all of the 9mm attachments. I'm going to sell off a lot of this stuff. Maybe even all of it. Except for my service rifle stuff. I need to keep all that. And I'm thinking I will probably keep the 9mm calibrated receiver just so we can test that government issue pistol. Nah, we'll sell it. Fuck it. Smokes can go. I mean, we got plenty of cash here. Just need to convert it to caps. Make my life a little easier by letting him carry a little bit of my heavier ammunition for a bit. I think I'm even going to get rid of this 4570. This 50 caliber rounds are just way too heavy to carry around more than you need. Same thing with this 2mm electromagnetic cartridge. I mean, look how heavy it is. I mean, 9 of them and I'm at a pound. Mini nuke, I gotta carry that until I can make a big remote explosive out of it. So let's take this cash because it doesn't, well, it does weigh a little something. We'll sell the gold watches too.
You trying to lug the whole Commonwealth with you or something?
Well, doing the best I can, Kate.
Protection for sale!
You there!
Hand
You
tool
need a
pieces!
genuine hot.
Enough with the baseball.
Is right.
Let me drink a beer first.
What if he's...
Let's see what you got.
Genuine articles.
The Rockville Slugger. Sell more baseball grenades. I'm gonna sell 10 of them. Because I would much rather have mines, something useful.
That's all that matters.
Welcome walk over here and talk to crazy Myrna.
Hey, swata can hit. Boom.
Hey.
Every piece in here is worth what I charge for it. No arguments.
I'll take a look, sure.
Just don't call it junk.
Now this is a beautiful piece of equipment. What do I have that's comparable? Wow. Agility and perception with biocom mesh. Probably make it tough, so let's get that. That'll make a big difference. We're gonna buy the expired painkillers. None of the meats or vegetables around here are really super important. I'm gonna hang on to the leather heavy armor. And the leather light armor and the leather torso pocketed mod, because the torso is something I just bought. So to have those mods already available so I can move them around to strip off and change just makes the conversion a little bit easier, where I don't have to use any craftable material. And I'm always going to sell the heavy stuff first. Or the heaviest stuff first. And of all the things that I would prefer not to sell would be, of course, ammunition. Even if it was something of very limited use, like this 2mm electromagnetic cartridge, the daggone things are just too friggin' rare. So I hate to part with them. Let's take another look at her gear here. So this is 9mm or 10mm. 92 FS. You know, I'm hoping we'll find one of these in the field so we can get an opportunity to play with it. Now, at some other point, you know, when we're on the range or on the road or something, I'll speak to the differences between the combat rifle, the hunting rifle, and the way they perform as far as long-range kind of sniper rifles. In addition to, you know, other different types of sniper rifles, like this has got a 50 caliber receiver on it, but look how low the accuracy is. It's because it's got a short barrel on it, which is insane. Gotta have the nuke mine and the plasma grenade. Because I can sell them, you know, Molotovs and anything else like it. Because Molotovs are very easy to replace. It would be the amount of bandages right now that I'll be converting from dirty to clean. So we'll actually sell a few of these clean bandages. Sell 8 of them. Rat away, very rarely ever like to take it, so I don't need to carry very much of it. I might carry one, because it just makes you so sick. Oh, I need chalk to turn expired painkillers into something decent. Like sealed painkillers, which are awesome. See, damage resistance is very important in better locational damage agony, because if you have damage resistance, that's going to keep you from taking bleeding wounds. You'll still get hurt, but it reduces the likelihood that you take these big, huge, grievous wounds. So I like, that's why I like my grape soda too. I'll buy these when I find them, because, oops, I'm just selling it. Cool. If she had one to buy, I would buy it, because they reduce rads. Of all the things that I like to combine, as far as drugs go, it would be mentats. I like to add mentats to things because it increases the duration by a good long time. So I'm pretty pleased with where we stand right now. And I'm going to look for just some very obvious junk that I might need. Like, I know I can mix plastic and fertilizer to make a lot of jet, so it's a good investment. And I'm not going to be buying a whole bunch of other things. Let's see, I'm not really short on any ammunition. But I'm not going to end up paying her any money. I want all of her money. So the Western can go, the lever action can go, the old hunting shotgun can go, the laser sniper can go. And the Disciple's Blade, I'd love to stick that in somebody, so we'll hang on to that. I'll take the cryo grenade. And sell more medical supplies. I don't think I need this much sleep aid. 5 of any drugs, but painkillers probably enough. I definitely could use more antiparasitic. And since we're going to be making more jet, let's go ahead and sell some of that down. Let's see where we are. We got plenty of a dick doll. We'll go ahead and buy a stim pack. Nah, we got plenty of them. Not worth it. We can just round out the last little bit with some mute fruit. Corn, potato, and 1 round of 30, well, 38 I thought I had, but 1 round of 9mm, well, 1 fusion, so bring us to equilibrium. Alright, so here's the armor workbench. Let's see what we can do with this Wastelander's chest piece.
We buy and sell everything to everyone. One. Except synths. No synths allowed here.
Maybe I should just go.
Stripped everything off of it.
Might be better than going to sleep every night, wondering if I'm gonna be there when I wake up.
And I think I'd rather it be shadows than
You wouldn't last an hour out there.
studded.
I'll take my chances on this side of the
Biocom, definitely leaving it as Biocom.
Need some custom hardware?
And I think
We've
it's gonna
got a
look
free
fine.
workbench for all your modifications. Scopes, clip sizes, barrels.
It's Dr. Soon.
So, outstanding. It looks good.
He said you'd be handling the post-op procedures, whatever that means.
If you mean I'm going to be cleaning up all his lazy stitch work and patching infections due to careless
The hub of trade for
decisions.
all Diamond City right here.
Alright, I think we're good to go here. Let's just sell off that other piece of armor. I think we're gonna head over and see what kind of drugs
cares about. Got everything
Solomon's
you
got.
could need.
King Solomon, king of the
Medics,
drugs.
mentats, whatever.
Really looking
Let's
for
see what you have.
medical
Chems
supplies.
for a balanced lifestyle.
Nothing right here is leaping out at me, unfortunately, but he does have cash. And we're gonna sell the I'll probably put these in the house that I'm gonna buy because they'll be good to eat because they don't have rads. Get to the business of selling a little bit of jet. Yeah, really don't need to carry that much rad X, so I can sell probably 2 of them. I mean, those high value, low weight things, I don't like to part with them unless I absolutely have to, because I might run into a situation in the field where I really want to pick something like that up. So I think the thing to do right now is to check and make sure my companions are not carrying anything extra I really want to offer.
Hey.
Like this. And I'm going to hand over a couple of weapons that I intend just to kind of play with, but I have no real need for right at the moment. Yeah, he's got more cash. That's what we're going to sell. Beautiful.
Hey there.
I mean, I'm carrying so much cash, it literally weighs me down.
Something to settle your nerves,
Duffel bags
let
of
you
cash.
chill.
Let's see what you got.
Check it out.
He just won't buy it from me. That's the issue.
Who needs a haircut?
Hello.
Radiation poisoning is a common ailment, but we can cure just about anything.
Let's get some supplies.
Actually, I need some supplies for the road.
I suppose I could spare some stim packs.
So definitely need the anti-parasitic. Gotta get that. I'll even buy 2 of them. Let's see, stimulant, I've got 2 of them. Actually, I'm going to buy all of his anti-parasitic. Tell me you don't hit cash. Alright, you take cash. Yowza. It's worth quite a bit, isn't it? So we'll buy antiseptic. I'm glad somebody around here accepts cash. Looks like Agenda 2030 didn't quite get to every son of a bitch in the future. Buy a little bit more of this antiseptic. I think it's going to give me a good return on my investment, but it still remains to be seen. It's the conversion of those dirty bandages into something clean. That's really what it's about. And why am I so heavily weighted right now? These shipments don't weigh anything, so it must be these. It must be the ammunition. I'm not carrying a ridiculous amount of weapons or anything. Carrying a pretty heavy load in explosives, but you got to. Make sure I don't have anything hiding, you know, somewhere. It really needs to be sold. Alright, so.
Heads up.
You can hang on to, the dirty water. For now, at least until I get to the point where I'm ready for conversions. And then the pre-war food. And then some ammunition, of course. I'm going to hang on to that cash till I can do something with it. Although the smart thing to do probably is sell the 38 rounds first.
Don't let the stress of life kill you. Relax with some chems. Let's get you examined right away. Time is not on the side of the surgeon.
I need some supply.
All right, but go easy
One
on
more
the
check
chems.
over what he's got here. Okay, I just want to make sure I didn't leave him with any money. And so we're going to be converting.
Don't dally. If you're here to be examined, let's get you examined.
So hopefully that was a better return on investment. I'll really think good, long and hard about it later. I'm only missing Radaway for that.
Who wants to look beautiful?
Didn't realize I needed Radaway to create refreshing beverage, otherwise I wouldn't have sold it. We can make a whole lot of this then.
Prescriptions, Bill. I here.
And I'm going to be turning this in. So 25% damage, 15% damage resistance, and plus 3 perception is great.
Got too much dirt in
Because
that
you got to
hair?
look at how long.
You won't regret it.
Psycho buff is 8 minutes with 50% for the, well, I guess it's giving me the accurate 18-minute reading here. Let's do that.
Self-prescribed chems.
And that.
As recommended by me, myself, and I.
I've got a little acid because this is awesome. Overdrive is outstanding.
The latest
Jet fuel is
from the upper stands.
pretty daggone good. The damage resistance and perception I can use, most definitely. These are the days that you really hate passing up the antifreeze bottles, but it's necessary.
Mentats, buff out, stim packs, jet, everything to even you out.
And we're going to be making some poison caltrops, so all I need is a little steel.
Building some.
One too many head wounds, I see.
Could use some supplies, actually.
I suppose I could spare some stim packs.
Rat away to make those refreshing beverages. And selling those bandages. So I'm not really sure I did get a very good return on investment. On that. Definitely did on the jet though. Selling drugs, man. Some things never change. Yeah, I'll drop off a little whiskey. I can't justify carrying that much hooch around. And then the ammo is also another thing I kind of got to dump off. That 38, there's just not very much use for it.
The Super Salon can give you the
Alright, who else can I sell
hairstyle
to
of your
easily?
dreams.
Let's go get check out the meat vendor Polly.
Hey, Scabber. Got plenty of Brahmin meat on the hooks.
Well, Brahmin.
Let's see what you got.
Check out these cuts.
Tasty Brahmin's good, good. Lying ass bitch. I see Ragstag. We can do with that and some wine. And then ticker cash. So we'll sell these caps. I mean, sell these 38 rounds. Leave just a few to play with. Actually, I just need to be more focused on, be more mission oriented, and just get rid of the crap that I'm not going to use. Sell the extra jet. Focus on what it's going to take to build the overdrive and the other good drugs.
Is the Institute spying on your home? Read the public. Find out.
Prescriptions filled. High quality chems right here.
This is what it's all about. So one more rat away. I will definitely purchase ASAP.
Doc.
We offer a wide variety of medical treatments.
Refreshing beverage is
I need some supplies, Doctor.
absolutely
I suppose I could spare
the
some
item to
stim packs.
have. I was thinking I would part with a little cash. But let's sell off that jet first. If he had medics, I would consider buying a little bit of it. I could sell 2 of these for about 30, be satisfied. 1 round of ammunition. Because I'm trying to, you know, build my caps up as much as possible. Alright. Now that's 4 of them is enough. Really would be nice to harvest my own blood. So we'll think about that as well. I used my irradiated blood supply. I thought
everything to even you out.
I used my irradiated blood supply, but it could be that you know, one of my companions is carrying that. So and I know that he's got a little acid. Dogmeat's got a little acid. So
heads up.
Kind of a weight management thing right now. Yeah, need that. And I'll need the wine. And I think I'll need the vodka. And we know we need the acid. Work.
Radiation poisoning is a common ailment, but we can cure just about anything.
Uh-huh.
So I'm more than willing to buy another psycho for that. But hub flower is just too daggone hard to come by. So I'd much rather buy
I need
the
some
psycho.
supplies, Doctor.
I suppose I could.
Uh-huh.
Let's talk to
Solomon.
Let's talk to the street legal
right
vendor
here.
over here.
Anything you need.
Let's see what you got.
Every chem for every need.
I'll take your supply there, buddy. And I'm just trying to do it. Just kind of think about whether or not I want to pursue any other type of chems that would require me to go through this guy and what I can sell him because he doesn't accept cash. But he's a drug dealer that doesn't accept cash. Go fucking figure. Hyper immersion my ass. I can sell all that, no problem. He just doesn't accept very much in the way of exchange. So I'll sell him my fusion cells. And pick up the ones that Dogmeat has. I mean, I do find that kind of ridiculous that it's a drug dealer that doesn't accept cash. What a mixed up crazy
Look
picture
alive.
that is. Okay. He did seem to accept liquor and drugs and ammo. I probably got way too many 45 rounds.
Prescriptions filled right here. Anything you need.
I'll take a look, sure.
Chems for a balanced lifestyle.
Yep, nothing makes you more balanced than drug use. Alright, let's see. Yeah, I'm way too heavy on 45. Can't imagine. I mean, if I had a little bit more experience with gunnet, I could probably chamber this for 45, but it would make my magazine capacity drop, which I'm not really interested in doing. Okay, so that takes care of that. And I'm just considering, you know, should I buy the blood pack and the Radaway and the purified water? And I would need a shipment of acid to make more refreshing beverage. I mean, just take a look at that refreshing beverage and what it does for you. All your rads are gone, so instead of having to use that garbage Radaway, like chemotherapy out in the field, you have a refreshing beverage and back in business. I want to try and stay cash rich though.
Who needs a haircut? Everyone needs a haircut. Step up.
You can't shop here.
So if I got one blood pack, that would probably be a good idea.
I'm human. Oh, sure. You might think you're human, but that's just because the Institute has programmed you that way. Look at that nose of yours. It's not a human nose. You know what? I'm just gonna go shop somewhere else.
ChemICare cares about you. All your
Did I mean to buy buff
needs.
out from the guy? I probably did. For the Fury, which I would buy one of. And don't forget, when you're making stuff, that whatever's left over ends up in bench. Very important.
You think that article is telling the truth? You know, about the mayor?
Ah, the mayor's okay in my book.
With another
He
shipment of
kept the rules
fertilizer,
out,
I
hasn't
could
he?
probably
Yeah, but if he's
Got too much
you know,
dirt in that
that
hair?
means
Hey,
he's
Solomon.
buy the buff
Hey,
out from this guy.
man. Got a lot of chems here if you need something to help you relax.
I've got a few minutes.
Every chem for every need.
So let's have this blood pack so I can make glowing blood pack and the buff out. And knowing that I have so much 45 ammo. I don't know how I screwed that up. What I'm very, very pleased about is the fact that I don't have any crashes. I have no technical problems, despite the fact that I've done so much additional modding. NetX is always a nice thing to have, so let's grab a little more of that. I gave a little bit of it to Kate, and she just used it all up right away. That's her drug of choice, I believe. Now we're here to make the glowing blood pack because of its incredible amount of rad resistance.
Don't let the stress of life kill you. Relax with some chems.
And I believe somebody's probably bound to have a bottle
Hey,
of
Doc.
turpentine around
We
here.
offer a wide variety of medical treatments.
I need some supplies, Doctor.
I suppose I could spare some stim packs.
I thought he had the turpentine. Yep, that's all I need, really. Just thinking about the acid, but I'm not going to go in that direction.
Hey, who wants to look beautiful? Hairstyles from across the Commonwealth.
Alright. He did have a shipment of acid, which I am going to buy because
Doc.
Don't dally.
I've given thought to
You're
that
here to be
overdrive
examined.
and how
Let's
easy
get
it
you
is to come by
examined.
Nuka-Cola.
Quiet, all right?
Actually, I need...
All right.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Let's see if we can go get some more Nuka-Cola.
Self-prescribed chems, as recommended by me, myself, and I.
And of course fertilizer.
Saw security clearing out another house the other day.
So that was the end of my
Whoever it was, they're no one now.
that was the end of the high level of charisma shopping spree. It lasted, you know, throughout most of the day, which was awesome.
The latest hairstyles from the upper stands.
Don't walk outside the wall undefended.
See,
High
Myrna's
quality
got a
protection
little
for sale.
Hey, Myrna.
Couple
You
bags
again.
will do it.
All right, got plenty of supplies.
Let's see what you got.
A bit of everything.
And Nuka-Cola, of course. And whatever I can grab a little steel. I'm sure I can, there's probably enough steel I can just steal the steel, pardon. However retarded that sounded. But yeah, I'm gonna steal the steel from around town. So let's do it like this. And I know she accepts cash, so
No sense allowed at the surplus.
Look alive.
come here, dog meat ATM.
You like old stuff, don't you?
Myrna.
I may sell just about everything, but none of it is scrap.
I'll take a look.
So
Sure.
one of the
Everything
important
you
things
need.
about handing stuff like cash or high value items like that off to your followers, especially dog meat, is that you can be rest assured that you're not going to accidentally, you know, burn through the cash or other high value items when you're just simply trying to craft something real simple. So I'm looking for something that might have a little steel and But again, I think I'm just going to steal the steel. Now we need Nuka-Cola. Maybe this guy's got it.
Hey, Takahashi. Yes.
Noodle cups and only noodle cups. Who would sell Nuka-Cola? Probably the bars sell Nuka-Cola.
Gotta pick me
Drug
up
dealer
if
might
you're
sell
feeling
Nuka-Cola.
glum.
Sure. Let's take a look.
I just have to
Self-served medicine.
bear in mind that I'm not really getting good value as I was before, so. No Nuka-Cola.
The Super Salon can give you the hairstyle of your dreams.
We'll go to the upper stand, talk to dipshit droid Wadsworth. If he had an asshole, he'd be stuck up in. Well,
if you insist on embarrassing yourself with alcohol, I'm programmed to oblige.
I'll take a look, sure.
If you insist.
Get that flamer fuel. And the Nuka-Cola. I mean, do you accept cash? Or are you... Yes, you accept cash. Good. I have a little bit more respect for you once I realize that you actually accept cash.
Another lowlife coming to drink with us, I see.
I've got a few minutes to browse.
Tastes for a sophisticated palate.
Okay, let's go down there and make those
Your
drugs
friend looks like trouble.
at overdrive.
Make sure she's not.
Oh, Kate's trouble. Don't piss her off, that's for sure.
This better be an emergency.
I think my character probably deserves some scars for all the damage that I've taken. Or how many player deaths I've actually endured. I could probably go back and count them, but I'm thinking it's got to be close to 10.
Are you hard of hearing? We can take a look at that.
Yeah, what a dick thing to say. Alright, I think we're good to go here. The next piece of the puzzle would be to purchase a spot to live.
Prescriptions filled, high quality chems.
I'll think about maybe going into the bar or something, and selling the jet or something. I can hang on to it for a little while. Go up talk to the secretary and make a purchase on home plate before we finish the day out. So, yeah, I know this was a little bit of a business casual sort of episode with a look at some of the new weapons and things that are spawned in. Not really a combat episode, but it is necessary every once in a while to
Hey.
There's in no mood to talk about any of this synth nonsense. Unless you're looking for a housing permit, I can't help you.
Well, let's hear about the permit.
We have one home available. It's in the center of town, right near the market. You can do whatever you like with the interior, and all the tools you need to make your own furnishings are provided at no extra charge.
Sold.
I'll take it.
Here's the key. Let me be the first to welcome you as a resident of the Great Green Jewel.
Now, considering that, you know, I'm not at all a settlement-based character, and in survival, you know, there's no fast travel, and a lot of my missions seem to be taking place right around inside this downtown area. I think home plate is a wise choice. My only lament is that nobody had any of those West Tech optics.
Who needs a haircut?
Can't seem to get going today.
You gotta balance out the chemistry in your life. You work too hard, for example. That.
Alright, let's take a look around home plate. Definitely not going to do any more of a business episode than an hour and a half. I think you guys pretty much understand why I buy the things I buy and have taken a look at the weapons and such, so I'll do a little bit of remodeling and whatnot on my own time. It's been Hank. Catch you on the flip side.
Been too long since I picked a fight.